Hello, everybody. Just thought of this. I was listening to a podcast on Event Horizon with John Michael Gautier and Isaac Arthur, and it was all over the place. It was about technosignatures, the singularity, alien civilizations, and artificial intelligence, so on and so forth. And it's a fun little podcast to listen to. And they talked about all the various ways a very advanced civilization, a K1, K2, whatever civilization, could come up to make themselves be detected by another civilization. And I'm going to add to this something they haven't come up with, and hey, name it after me. We'll call it the Bolita method. What if in a particular stellar system you had two planets, right? And one planet, let's just say, was extremely covered in water, a frozen ice moon or ice planet, potentially with ocean underneath that ice, right? And it had a magnetic field, let's just say. But it was way out there. It was of a larger mass, and it was way out there away from its own star to the point where it was really difficult to support life. Maybe it has a little bit of waterborne life underneath the ocean. And then you had another planet, let's just say. You had another planet of possibly equal mass, but even if it's not, there's workarounds. You had another planet maybe of larger mass, right? But it was so close to its own star, and it was very Venus-like, super hot, maybe had a toxic atmosphere like Venus, right? And, Venus has a lot of volcanic activity because of atmospheric pressure and heat and so on and so forth. It would be really hard to even mine resources off of its surface. But what if there was a way to have these planets change orbits, right? And let's say, for equilibrium's sake, if the Venus planet had more mass than the frozen ice giant planet, you could also find ways to mine stuff off of its surface or strip away some of its mass via atmosphere, or induce volcanic activity and capture the magma as it goes into orbit. Maybe you use different magnetic technologies, and what you do is you take the Venus-like planet, which has lots of mineral resources, and bring it out away from the sun so that things cool off and you have a better way of extracting those material resources. And then you take this water-covered planet and you move it closer to the sun, right? And it doesn't have to be so close that it gets Venus-like, but what it does is it melts the water, melts the ocean, and maybe even land emerges as some of that water sublimates into an atmosphere, and you now have a habitable planet for the engineers of this movement. It could be an alien civilization, right? So that would be one hell of a technosignature, and it's quite possible that we could detect it with the James Webb telescope, or maybe the next generation of technology. So I'm going to say, hey, another proposed technosignature to detect alien civilizations. Y'all have a nice day.